Greetings and salutations, and I'm going back into the woodless run of my survival build. I need to find the village. I also need to experiment and see if I can break cobblestone with my fist and get it to actually collect cobblestone. If I can't, I've hit another wall, unfortunately. Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to be sitting here waiting. I correct myself. Sorry. This one was well received, honestly. I received a comment on it saying that they really enjoyed it and they wanted me to make another one. And I told them it was going to be a couple of days because I didn't want it to get monotonous. Now, to be fair, that's the same way with every creator, right? They don't want their channel to be one note. And I've never wanted my channel to be one note. I wanted to do a whole variety of things. I still have to download the Path of Exile 2 on the free weekend, which is almost ending. And I gotta get out and get ahead of it. But I haven't even started that yet. And over the next couple of days, I got some stuff that I have to do around here, obligations. You know, spray the weeds, pull weeds, weed trimmer. Wait, I have to restring the weed trimmer. Ugh. Everything went sideways for 2 weeks because of the chest cold. The only thing that didn't go sideways was my recording, right? Everything else that required actual movement and a lot of exertion where you're going to need a lot of air intake, you don't want to do that on a chest cold, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put that aside, set it aside, don't do it yet. Worry about that later. And later is apparently today and tomorrow and Tuesday. So that's why I'm recording all roughly in the same window, same day or two. Like today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. So that's why I'm recording now. That way I can put the videos up and then I don't have to worry about it. I can do obligations around the house. And then after the obligations are done, I can then come back and do more recording, so on and so forth. That kind of thing. It's ideal. And this is one of the things that I've told people who are in the streaming space as well. I said, do video recordings and put video recordings up on YouTube because you can schedule them, launch them, and then stream in the meantime. Now, I used to stream. I used to stream on Twitch. I used to stream on Kick. And I tried streaming on not Facebook. I tried streaming on YouTube. And then it's one of those things that unless you're doing something every single day that you can come up with new stuff and you have that live interactive audience, it's harder to do a stream than it is to do recording. Recording is way easier, especially if you don't edit, which I don't, because there's no point in editing. Because you get to see all the flaws, you get to see all the failures, you get to see all my mistakes, all my brain farts where I'm sitting there going, oh yeah, and then I remember what I was talking about. You get to see all of that, right? Where I go completely brain dead for like 15 minutes, and then I come back around and it's like, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. You get to see all that. And it generates a more organic experience than if you were to not do any of it at all. Is there cobblestone under here? Hard telling. Well, here's the test. We're going to try to punch our way through this stone with a fist. Let's see if I can collect it. I cannot. Okay. Too many. Down one. So, and now that I know I can't collect stone with a fist, I got that from the chest, which is right there, which means I have to come up with a way to make some form of stone or some form of pickaxe or loot a pickaxe from a zombie. Loot a pickaxe from a zombie would probably be your best bet. Loot an iron pickaxe, right? Hope that zombie out there has an iron pickaxe with my name on it. If they do, I get the iron pickaxe, then my problems are solved because then I can mine stone and make stone pickaxes, which is eternal. Because then I can have stone. The sticks I have the bamboo shoots for. So now I just need to farm a zombie, essentially. Well, farm zombies until I get an iron pickaxe. That's not ideal. That is definitely not the ideal situation. I mean, it can happen, but it's not ideal. I also have to find that village because I need the crafting table. So I can't build one, and I'm not allowed to use because bamboo. I found out you can actually take bamboo and turn it into a block of bamboo, and then turn that block of bamboo into planks. But that violates the challenge because then that's wood planks. It doesn't say bamboo planks; it just says wood planks, and that violates the challenge. So I can't do that. I can use the bamboo for sticks, but I can't use it for planks as a bamboo block. Which means I have to find another way to build or to get a pickaxe that's not. I mean, I might be able to get one from a villager's chest. Get one from a villager's chest that doesn't violate the challenge. I'm not allowed to take the villager's chests, though. Or am I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to because there's no way I can come up with a storage solution if I don't. I just can't take their house. I also can't take the wood that their house is made out of. So we'll come up. I'll figure something out. Nope. That's bad. Fine. And Dawn's not up yet because if it was, they wouldn't be making that sound right outside my walls. He's got a shovel. That creeper's got explosions. That's not good. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No shovel for me. Classic. Ooh, wait. Can I bait the creeper over and use him to blow up rock? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I've discovered it. By George, I think I've got it. Well, I got... Well, that's not good. I got one stone, but it was a tough... It was a tough way to get it. Interesting, interesting. Let's go find that village. Where do you reckon the village is? I know using a golden hoe to beat down a zombie is not exactly wise, because... Well, the village certainly isn't this way. Let's go that way. I need to save the golden hoe for... Um, well, to be fair, all sorts of digging for crops. To plant my watermelons, because that's going to be my mainstay food source for a while. Ow. Quite interesting, though. I never thought I was going to have this many struggles with a woodless run. I guess it's because it's not something you expect to happen if you really think about it, right? As you're talking, oh, you can't use wood. Oh no. And then we realize how restrictive that truly is. Kind of rears its ugly head. Hmm. Burning the trees doesn't warrant logs because it just burns them up. Bees. Lava. Ah, yes, surface lava. That's exactly what I want in my way. Is surface lava. Can I get some form of villager, please? Some village, something, anything. And then I gotta make all my doors out of iron. Think about that. I gotta take my iron pickaxe, go find iron to build doors to make them out of iron. And then I gotta make buttons out of. Oh, look, more gold chip. More gold chip horse. Um, I'd have to make buttons out of rock. I just can't make them out of wood. Pressure plates are not good because zombie can just step on a pressure plate, come in and slaughter you in your bed at night. And of course, I'm gonna have to loot the bed from a village. Well, that's no good. I can always use some of this. Sugarcane. That right there was the woes of a trackball when you saw it go like that. When you play everything with a trackball, the slightest move on your thumb causes it to go all over the place. Village. Please, a village somewhere, anywhere. It's gonna be like that Titanic meme where it's like, it's been 84 years. Not good, not good, not good. Did you see that chasm of doom? Like, that goes all the way down to magma layer. Like, look at that. That is not good. I suppose if you had a way to go down there and freely explore it, sure, yeah, that'd be great. I heard a skeleton. Oh, good. Rain. That's what I need. Let me get up on top of that hilltop and look for a village. I mean, being down here, yeah, it's whatever. But need to get into an elevation, and I need to look for civilization at an elevation. Well, hmm. There's desert. There might be a desert village, but is it likely? Ow. We're gonna go check. I mean, ow. What other option do I have? It's like the game is at a standstill until I find a village or find something with a pickaxe in it. Talk about deep water. Look at that. There's some severely deep water and treacherous terrain. What is my Minecraft world without absolutely dangerous terrain? Also, I think you should be able to just gnaw on sugarcane as a food source. People used to back in the day. Oh boy. Oh look, more death. Whole lot of sugarcane. Again, no village. Um, hmm. I have to cross the water. Like the treacherous things that reside within it. Out of the way, leaves. There's another mushroom, which does not help my situation one iota. Well, I hear that. It's time for me to set up a little camp. This is getting to be nighttime, and then I'm gonna have Enderman crawling all over me. That's the last thing I need. I have a friend lives in Australia now, but she's from Indonesia. So I've been talking to her about what's been going on over there. There's a lot of protests going on over there. So that's who I was messaging. If you were curious. No, this run, I don't know. Unless I find the village, this is going to be a very short-lived run. Um, Especially if I die out here with all this stuff. So if I die out here with all this stuff, what have I got? I have to start over from square one, go find a village that time from the old spawn point. I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very, very tough. If there was a way now, he apparently doesn't like being out in the rain. It's a shame. Um, if there was a way that I could do the baiting of the creepers into stone a few more times, that would work. But that's really an awfully dirty way to get what I need. But it would work. Hmm. Because I'd have to find a place with creepers, find a place with stone, bait the creepers into the stone, run away so I don't get blown up alongside the stone, and survive, and then loot the stone, make a pickaxe. Can't make a pickaxe, still need the crafting table. So everything is still hinging on the village. So now it boils down to, will I find the village before my watermelons run out? That is going to be a very interesting, almost endurance run, right? So now I'm basically, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Well, it's kind of both, really. It's a sprint because I got to find it before I run out of watermelons. Because I run out of watermelons, I run out of food, I run out of food, I eventually run out of health, I die, respawn, lose everything. If I if I get to the point where I huh, so it's a sprint, but it's a marathon. It's a marathon because the marathon comes in and it's like I have to have the village because I'm not allowed to take their doors either. I have to have the village to progress with the crafting table and whatever's in their chests. Hopefully, some pickaxes, maybe. If not, I'm gonna have to do the whole creeper trick, baiting them into it. Um, I'm not even gonna take their furnaces. Um, that's kind of the marathon aspect of it. The sprint aspect of it is I have to get to the village before I run out of watermelons. So, yes, I still have some full watermelons in here. No, I don't. No, I don't. That's tragic. I have watermelon slices, and I have seeds. I have a hoe just enough to. Oh man, this is tough. This is really tough because this is no. This is going on night 3, which means there's going to be phantoms either this night or the next night. Now I have to watch out for Enderman because I don't have a jack-o'-lantern to put on my head. If I can get a well, no, because I can't get a jack-o'-lantern because I need iron and I need shears. Everything would be solved if I could just get to a village. Get to a village, everything is fine. Everything is just peachy keen. I do I do want to make a video. I'll probably make it tomorrow because I'm gonna finish downloading Path of Exile 2 on the free weekend tonight. And I will probably make that video tomorrow morning during the day. So the lighting will probably be a little bit different still. But nevertheless, I I used to play Path of Exile 1, right? Because I need something to talk about during the long nights. Because I can't go anywhere and I can't navigate at night because I'll fall down a chasm and die, or I'll accidentally look at an Enderman and die, or I'll run into a creeper and die. Because this is on hard difficulty, so my character dies in a when he gets a fart caught crossways, or from a stiff breeze. So have to I have to say that I've played Path of Exile 1, and I like Path of Exile 1 until it became kind of like Diablo 3 in the sense that it became really fast paced, click fest, click, 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 click. You have to go through it quickly, otherwise you fail. I didn't like that. It's like, I kind of like the idea of Path of Exile 2. Slower paced, supposedly. And they said, they wanted to slow it down. Well, every single company that tries to slow it down, they slow it down the wrong way. Instead of slowing down the combat mechanics and making it more about positioning and making it more about using your abilities at the right time to do what needs to be done, instead they slow it down by, oh, well, we made your experience gain slightly lower. That's not the slowdown we want. Like, for example, one of the things I complained about with Minecraft, and they took it away ages ago, and they need to bring it back: active blocking. If I have a shield in my left hand and I right click my mouse or my trackball, I should raise my shield and block. It should be tied to the right mouse button with a shield equipped. In order to place blocks, you have to take the shield off. I'm fine with this, but bring back active blocking. Don't just sit there and be like, yes, there's no way you can actively block. Like, don't take away active blocking. Now, imagine if you put that active blocking system in Path of Exile or any action RPG. I bet it would go over like wildfire. Some people might not like it, but I think the majority of players would dig it because then they'd be like, yo, wait a minute, we actively have to pay attention to what we're doing. We can't just mindlessly autopilot and win. Like, watch any high level Nightmare Dungeon in Diablo 4, or any high level Greater Rift in Diablo 3. It's literally people flying through the rift, ignoring mostly everything, and then blowing up the rift boss. Or the dungeon boss. And it's like, but why? Why can't it just be, like, why can't it just be slower paced? And playing cautiously? But no, that guy's got a trident. That's gonna hurt. Ooh. Ooh. If he had hit me with that trident, that would have been very bad. I would have been immediately dead. Immediately dead. Even with my very small amounts of leather armor. Because a bow shot with iron armor on takes 3.5 bars from a skeleton. I know this because I have a different game on hard difficulty where a bow shot takes 3.5 to 4 hearts from a skeleton with full iron armor. Um, right around there. Maybe it's gold armor. I can't remember exactly which. But anyway, I take the hit. It's not good. Leather armor gives less armor, and well, I take more damage. Well, this isn't good either. I guess we're gonna have to run atop the jungle here. Reminds me of Creedence Clearwater Revival. Gotta run through the jungle. Okay, so I am not finding Civilization 1. Watch me find a jungle temple or whatever, or a jungle stupid. Watch me find the jungle mansion or whatever it's called. That thing that a whole bunch of people look for and never seem to find. Yep, zombie behind me. Need to get to another hilltop and look around. But anyway, I'll probably run it. Ooh, pumpkins. Pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins. I'll leave that pumpkin there. Just because reasons. I need to get up to a higher elevation so I can look. And I need to get out of the forest. There's stuff in the forest that goes kaboom. And zombies and archers and I have to be very cautious. But no, if you watch any of the high level Diablo 3 players, Diablo 4 players, it's all just fast paced. And it doesn't look entertaining at all to me. In fact, it looks like the opposite. It's like, why should I have to try to make precise moves at 188 APM just to be considered a decent player? No thanks. I don't like that type of gameplay. And Path of Exile became that. In fact, I saw a build where it was just literally dungeon click simulator, and he was walking through these dungeons, and he had a whole bunch of stuff autocasting that were auras and stuff that were just killing the enemy. I thought to myself, well, where's the fun in that? Like, you literally are not even playing the game anymore. The game is playing itself. And so, like, I just didn't see the appeal in it. So when I heard that they were going to slow down Path of Exile 2 and make it just slower paced, I thought, you know what? They listened. And I think active blocking would be wild in that game. Just like it would be great in this game again. Minecraft needs to do it. And they also, Minecraft also took an idea from me. I would love to say that that I would love to give them credit, but no, unfortunately, no. I said we have copper in this game, and copper is outside of making lightning rods utterly useless. Copper has pretty much essentially zero intrinsic value whatsoever. And because of that, the usage of copper is just severely limited, or just ouch. Ouch. There goes a piece of equipment. You see that? Ow. Those skeletons are literally, legendary snipers. But nevertheless, I said, why not make copper armor? Why not make copper tools, copper equipment, copper weapons? I said, you had the Bronze Age that actually existed amongst societies, people. Like, what are you thinking? And I literally brought that up to everybody I could talk to. I said they should just bring out copper as tools and everything. So, they are. And it's like, they don't even have to just do raw copper tools. Quite literally, just, make it so when you harvest a copper vein, you have a low chance of getting tin off of the copper vein. So it's not just copper, you get copper and tin. And when you get copper and tin, you can make bronze. And now you have the Bronze Age. I mean, Civilization 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 9. Doesn't matter what civilization you pick. They all had the Bronze Age. I thought I was just falling down into the depths of the nightmare that is the forest on the forest floor. Another day, another no no place found. No village. I mean, it's getting to be a tragedy. This is already a 40-minute video, and I've literally felt like I've accomplished nothing. Except had a couple of pieces of equipment break. Uh, survived a couple other nights. I managed to get one piece of cobblestone. This is not going well. I need to find this village. I have 43 watermelons left. I can't turn the pumpkins into anything at all, can I? No, pumpkin pie requires sugar, which I have, but I could make pumpkin pies. Equipment. How is it how is it equipment? It's food. See, Melon Slice says nature. How is that equipment? Are you gonna equip a pumpkin pie and beat people with it? Does it only work on people that don't have enough piety? terrible joke. That is a terrible joke. I would apologize more, but I'm all about terrible puns. But I'm going to leave this video here. We're still wandering, looking for a village, staring up at the night sky. We're hoping. I really have to find that village. It's driving me nuts. But no, they're adding copper tools and everything to Minecraft, which kind of puts it on par with, well, what I've been saying all along. They needed copper tools. Copper, you would just get a ton of it, and then you're like, well, what do I do with it all? Well, it's a decorative block. Well, how about equipment? Could you make equipment with it? Now you can soon. Seemed like an obvious choice over the armadillo, but now we're going to add armadillos. For what reason? At any rate, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I know I did. Hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.